What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Crimson Desert and the possibility of it appearing at Summer Game Fest. Now, I originally went into this video thinking that it's going to happen, but not really having any concrete proof. Well, I actually was typing in just Crimson Desert Summer Game Fest. I wanted to see, because I remember, well, this has appeared at other Jeff Keighley events before, and I think actually it just appeared at the Game Awards, but this is a game that we've known of for years and years and years, and it's gotten better and better and better. It's looked better, I should say, right? But it's appeared, time and time again. So in my search, I actually found a video from a very small creator. I mean, go subscribe if you like his stuff. The Joystick Insider, where he talked about Crimson Desert update details, and it's just a short 5-minute video. But to quickly recap and to really, I would say, finish my point, because I think it makes sense, right? The game is coming out in the fall. We know it's coming out Q4. That stuff's not new, right? We knew it was coming out this year for a while, and we knew it was coming out Q4 this year for a while, which means that most likely it's somewhere in that October through December range. You're probably not doing super close to the Game Awards, so probably like October, November, okay? It was a game that seemed very confident to like go up against GTA 6 when GTA 6 was still like potentially happening, and it didn't seem like it had any problems with that. Not that it really stood a chance, but I like the tenacity, of this game. I like how it looks, and I'm expecting really good things. I'm hoping for really good things for this game. So, okay, with that in mind, right, coming out this fall, we don't have a date, and we've gotten, impressions, we've gotten people that have played this game, but, in this Joystick Insider video, he talked about a recent financial report from Pearl Abyss, and I will be honest, okay, I can't find it, but I do trust the person. He was showing screenshots of it, so I don't think he's making it up. I can't find it myself, but a couple interesting points he brought up was that it's towards the end of development, right? It's kind of like the last things that you would do for a game. They're going to be ramping up their marketing and like going out and talking about it, right? Which means more events, more just like appearances. And then I would say the most important part after that is that they say in the financial report that they're going to show the game off in June. This June, and they're going to show it at a major event. Now, you could say now he said, he was kind of speculating himself and said, well, Summer Game Fest or just something else, maybe something that they put on themselves. Let me throw out the Xbox event just as like a fun thing. Now, it is low likelihood because normally with these big, June Xbox events, they freaking crush it, right? They knock it out of the park, but it's generally games that are on Game Pass. I feel like it's normally like 23 of 26 games. Maybe that was last year or the year before. Most of the games that they announce or show or whatever are their own, or games that are coming out on Game Pass. And this game is not, at least that we know of right now. I don't think it's going to make a surprise turn. So I feel like it's out. So for my just kind of prediction, I would say Summer Game Fest, or I guess I would actually kind of default to what he said, Summer Game Fest or on its own. But they also say that there's going to be a playable demo and that they're going to be focusing more on the story and the open world versus what they've been doing. And that's, I mean, I'll say this, okay? I like what they've been showing. I think it looks good. And, again, we've gotten impressions, like people that kind of got to play a series of gauntlet type, situations, but then maybe a little bit more, but generally just the boss fights. And, like we've gotten the impressions of that, but I really feel like there's an entire game here that even the people that were able to play it haven't been able to talk about, right? Because they haven't been focusing on it. This is a game that's going to be multiple, dozens of hours long, and, you can't just show bosses, leading into it. So eventually that marketing was going to have to shift and turn into literally what they're going to do, right? So that makes me excited because, well, number one, they lock in June. So like sometime in June, they're going to show it off. And then what they show off is going to be things that have been not really shown off before. I mean, the story, we did get like the entire opening. That is one thing. But when we've seen the gameplay and we've seen the mechanics, it's largely the boss gauntlet kind of fights, which all look great and they look very varied. And we know that's a big part of the game. So like, it's not like we don't need to see it, but I want to see, okay, how does the open world work? How do the side quests, main quests, like what's the setup? How big is the world? Things like that. We know about like physics is a big part of this game. So how do the physics really, you can see it in a boss fight, but okay, what about when you just open the world up? What does it look like there? So that's pretty exciting to me. And again, back and forth, would they do it on their own? I mean, like Summer Game Fest used to kind of be like anything, right? There used to be the Jeff Keighley show, and then there used to be, okay, well, there's like 15 different events in June. We're just going to call it all Summer Game Fest. Remember Jeff Keighley did that back in the day? Not so much anymore. Nowadays, days, it's okay, he's got his show. He's got like 2 days of playable demos, which, by the way, I think of that when I think, okay, well, they're going to have a playable demo to creators and press and all that. That's the first thing I thought of, where it's like, but Jeff does that. He does the show, the live stream, which, by the way, I'll be co-streaming it live on the channel if you guys want to check it out. But then afterwards, he has multiple days, his own kind of mini E3, where he's got these booths and he's got all these games and people go and they play them. That he's done that, I think, the last 2 years. Last year was definitely a bigger deal. So that really kind of makes sense, because you could show it off at Summer Game Fest. You could give the release date for it, and then you could just have people play it like the next day. I think that honestly lines up quite well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and hope to see you all on the next one.